What up, what up? This is Almond Water Bay broadcasting live from Fort Heights, Illinois. Those of you who don't know, this is suburb of Chicago. We like 15 minutes from downtown, from the city, from the big shit where it all goes down there, right? This this is where I've been at for most of my life. Just riding around. What time is it? Zoom in on that for y'all. Probably can't see it. There we go. 2:07 a.m. Just riding around. So I don't know what I'm gonna talk about. So I'm gonna keep it just natural. You know what I'm saying? My thing is this, right? We got a lot of we got some people in this world, a lot of people in this world. And when I say a lot, you know, last I heard we got something like 6.5 billion people on the planet. And I ain't never left the country. I got a passport. Somebody stole my shit. You know, I gotta go renew it. So I never had a chance to leave yet. But you know, I got a passport. I'm gonna keep this camera up right here too, yo, so you can just see, you know, what my hood look like, my neighborhood. But out of 6.5 billion people on the planet, and like I said, I ain't left the country, so I can't really speak for other countries, but this country here, and everywhere I've been, and everything that I've known and seen and all that, you know, we got some fucked up people with some fucked up mind states. Yeah, these the projects. Fucked up mind state running around this motherfucker. Like, they say this the poorest community in the world right here. Not the world, but the country. You know what I'm saying? I don't know where they base their information from, or I guess because it's a small town, population used to be something like 4,500. Now the population, where I actually dropped down to probably about 2,000. And all these projects from around here right now, they just redid these things. You know, because first we had a lot of projects. There was some across the highway, and they started closing them all down, you know, about 10 years ago. You know, because crime was getting, well, they gonna say, you know how they phrase it. They blame it on crime and shit. But really, you know, it's just, you know, I don't want to say niggas, but that's my slang, and I ain't gonna change it. And you know what I'm saying? Motherfuckers can sit and judge the video, make it right. Can judge the video and talk about he's saying niggas and all. Yeah, I said niggas. Fuck it. You know what I'm saying? It is what it is. You know, but I know the truth of the matter. You know what I'm saying? You know, a nigga to me is an ignorant motherfucker. All right. But anyway, niggas was getting too much power out here. These are the new houses they just put up and shit a couple years ago. Once the projects came down and shit. Only this corner, everything else has been here. But anyway, niggas was getting too much power back in the day. You know, the project was started, like they say, as a project. It was a project, it was an experiment. But, you know what I'm saying? You gave us lemons, we made lemonade. Motherfuckers gave us pigs, we made chitlins. You know what I'm saying? That's what black motherfuckers do, or so-called black people. You know what I'm saying? We make the best out of any and everything. You know what I'm saying? We always find a way. Whether, you know, we sing our way through it, how they did back in the day, but me personally, I ain't singing shit. If I got a problem, it's gonna be handled. It will be solved. You know what I'm saying? I'm a creator. You know, I've been around a long time. So you hear me talk about 10 years ago in this town. I can take you back to 20 years in this town. I can take you back to 30 years in this town. Even though 30 years ago I was a shorty, but hey, I was still here. I still remember this shit. I still remember what was going on around here. And I remember how everything, you know, I remember how everything was. And I remember how everything changed. So, back to what I'm talking about. Motherfuckers got too much power, so, you know, let's start closing shit down. Anyway, people in the box. People living inside of a box. I'm gonna try to explain it to you this way, right? See, if you lived in a room your whole life, and your whole life experience and perception was based on that you see inside of this room. In this room, you might have beds, TVs, couches. You might have a plant or two in there. You know what I'm saying? You know, what's up in the room? The curtains, the floor. You know, and then it said you got inside this room. Let's say you got a so-called teacher inside this room, and the teacher job is to teach you what these things is. These visions, all these things that's inside this room, his job is to teach you what they all do and what they're all used for. Okay? Man, I can't even go too deep in that right now. I'm just gonna keep on letting go. But the teacher is to teach you what all this for, this little ugly ass thing. I should have ran his ass, so. Yeah, but you know, I don't like killing shit. You know, I was finna run the motherfucker over, but I live by a lot of woods, and them motherfuckers be trying to come up in my house, and you know, all type of stuff. So really, you know, same way y'all kill roaches and mosquitoes and all that shit, I don't like them motherfuckers. You know, and I kill their ass. But I know I'm not a violent person or nothing like that. But anyway, you live inside this box, and all you know is inside this box. And this teacher in this box telling you all this bullshit, telling you what it is. Now, everything he telling you what this stuff is, okay. One day before somebody taught his ass what everything was, you had somebody analyzing these things for the first time, trying to figure out what they are. Okay? That person that analyzed these things was trying to figure out what everything is. He just came up with his conclusions, with his ideas of what they are. If he's capable of coming up with this and calling it the sun and the moon and the stars and, you know, the trees and all this type of shit, then my point is this: why the fuck can't you? You know, don't you have the same thought? Don't you have the same analysis? Can't you look at something and come up with a conclusion? Can't you mess around with it and see what uses it has and how you can use it in your life for, you know, to better yourself or to better the situations? Or, you know, I mean, if you don't have that power, if you can't do that, then I don't see what the fuck you really living for. You know what I'm saying? But anyway, people come up in this box, and that's all you know is what's in that room. All you know is what this so-called teacher boy motherfucker done taught you. And coming up in the westernized world, in motherfucking so-called United States, you know what I'm saying, corporation, I might add, you know, I studied it all. I studied it all, I lived it all, I've heard it all. There's no new subject under the moon, under the sun, you know what I'm saying? It's nothing new to me under here. I, I done did it all. I mean, you know. But anyway, I'm gonna get back to that. This is my guy right here, Walker. You know what I'm saying? This is what motherfucker do late nights and shit. You know, motherfuckers that, you know what I mean. But motherfuckers out here just trying to make it. But if I walked into your room and you've been living in this motherfucking room for 20, 30, 40 motherfucking years, right? And you've been living in this damn room, listening to this damn teacher, and now you don't learn how to work the TV, you don't learn how to make a bed and clean the room and wash the walls and all this other type of bullshit. But okay, this says there ain't no windows though, so you never looked out the motherfucking room, you know. And then I come walk into the room one day out of nowhere, and let's say hypothetically, I just start telling you about the outside world, about how we got buildings like 2,000 times the height of the room that you've been living in, how we got trees, you know, 5, 6 times the height, big trees, how we got, you know, cars, and just explaining to you, you know, there's a lot of shit that you've never seen before. You know what I'm saying? You call me a motherfucking liar. See, cause see, people, my point is, people can't see outside the box. And see, we got sheriffs right here, they're sheriffs, yeah. But see, you know, people can't see outside the box. And, there they go. People can't see outside the box. And the only thing people know is what they was taught. If I came in there trying to tell you this and that, I mean, you couldn't comprehend me. You wouldn't understand it. And I'm relating that to this world. That's how this world is. I'm going to speed this up a little bit because my video getting short. I got like 2 minutes or something left. But see, that's all you see is what you was taught. All you know is that's in the room. And if I told you about the outside world and the oceans and the waters that run forever and the skies and the stars and the sun, which you've been living inside of the box and you ain't never seen it, you're not going to believe me. You know what I'm saying? My whole point is, see, I've been here long enough and I've walked outside that box so many times. I lived my whole life outside that box. You feel what I'm saying? Sheriffs don't fuck with me, you know what I'm saying? And the motherfuckers know who I am. You know, for one, I've been here forever. You know what I'm saying? Doing big shit. But anyway, you wouldn't believe me. But see, I've lived outside the box for so long that I see things that you people just don't see. Y'all just can't see this shit. I mean, y'all cannot really see this shit. We live in like 2 different worlds. And that's why when I talk a lot, people don't understand what I'm saying. And when you motherfuckers talk, I damn sure I understand what you're saying. But I can't lower myself to that bullshit. You know what I'm saying? How you live in a motherfucking world where it's just so fucking, I mean, this shit sucks for one. You know, the way they got this fucking society set up. Man, cut the shit. And then you motherfuckers sit here and go to these motherfucking schools and let your kids get these fucking shots and into the politics, voting and shit and all that shit. Man, I ain't never voted. I ain't never worked. But you see, I'm still driving this 2012 right here. You know what I'm saying? It ain't my car. You know what I'm saying? But this motherfucker is running $1,200 a month. You know what I'm saying? Just renting it. And I can afford to just get this motherfucker for shit just to ride around my hood. You know what I'm saying? And still take care of all my stuff. But what I'm saying is, man, and I'm going to continue this on a later video because my time getting short. But man, hey, wake up. It is possible. For everybody thinking the world is fucked and we got to do this and all, we ain't got to do none of that shit. We ain't got to believe in none of these people. It starts with yourself. Fuck. I mean, there's a lot of people out there trying to do good. They're talking a lot of stuff about a lot of stuff. But all that shit is confusion and it's going to take you away from self. This is all we need right here is self. God gave you everything you need to survive. Everything. From the food to the clothing to the everything. But see, when we motherfucking go and turn away from what God gave us and start looking at man, then you fall in that fucking trap. You fall in hell. Now your ass is in hell. Now you motherfucking stuck in hell. I'm not in hell. I do what I want to do. I create what I want to create. That's my house at the road place right there too. That big ass motherfucker over there in the corner. Paid for. I bought it cash. You know what I'm saying? We got work that need to be done to it. There's a lot of work. Got a lot more to go. But anyway, man, this your boy. I'm in Water Bay, broadcasting live from the Greasy. I'm gonna hit y'all back further on this and later. I'm out.